He's already got the LeBlanc, Diana, and Kiana band out. Those are his three mates played this split. Alongside that, he's done Azir, which is now locked in as I look back towards the mains.
Razork might be able to get something on Humanoid here.
Humanoid's overstepped just a tad. Looking for the slow. There's the Realm Warp, but he can be stunned out of that. Broken up. And Humanoid, that was greedy, my man. Goes down. First blood to Misfits. Shadow here for the chase as well. Get you information, talked about things.
But to finish my point, it can be a little bit harder. I'll hold it though.
The die's going to happen on Aroma. He pops down the cannon barrage. Dandan has to flash away, but that's the second kill of the game for Misfits. Razork going up towards top and helping Dandan out.
No Trident today when Gangplank gets dove.
Yep.
I was just about to say, it's a little bit harder for Febiven to start popping off and leading the charge if he's on a champion like Azir, which can be quite stationary sometimes.
And the last time he played Azir was against G2. He only went 2-3-5, but you look at Dandan, he was 5-2-5. You look at B-Boy, he was 5-2-10. Yes, it was the game where Caps kind of inted quite a lot, but it shows that it isn't purely on Febby to carry as he jumps straight onto Humanoid. There's no flash on this rise. Remember, he burned it earlier.
But it's like Azir is fine to sit here and just kind of hoover up CS.
Or just do this as Razork pops the prison across the wall. We wondered if Febby and Razork would be able to team up on these two champs. Well, they're doing it well so far. Cannon barrage coming out. Kaiser flashes forward, lands the knockup, and Febby will die. Kaiser gets the first kill. I believe, Febby will be here in time to pick up all of the gold. So.
Really well timed. Not only credit to Razork, I'll have to go back and kind of review some of the jungle pathing, but the fact that it feels like Sejuani has kind of been first come, first served to a lot of these games, and not necessarily over-forcing.
Aroma's used the cannon barrage, but no one took aggro, so Misfits just back away as soon as they see that Kazi and Kaiser are on their way. Tower falls in the bottom lane.
Try to agree into like a gentleman's handshake where they avoid Misfits for a while and try to race towards those items, and so we've split them out. Really needs to pay off here for Mad.
Well, this is the Gleaming Quill, but jumps in with the quickness. Shadow still has the kick. Dandan's going to knock him back. The Showstopper connects. There's the kick. Dragon's Rage back. Huge shield from the Haymaker, but Dandan will be chased down, and underneath the turret he will fall. Shadow just about survives, while Misfits are pushing that top lane tier 2.
Yeah, so the gank did pay off. That said, even if it had gone faster, this is still going to be a pretty massive win.
So Razork doesn't actually even need to use the Rift Tower here. I thought maybe he'd use it to make sure that turret falls.
Oh, and our observer.
I think it's going to be a Realm Warp up here towards the top side. Now, Razork is waiting. He knows something's going on. He jumps towards Shadow. Humanoid locks him up with the Rune Prism, but the rest of Misfits are on their way. The Showstopper will pull back Shadow. He's going to try and get away, but he's pulled back once again with a Face Breaker. Perfect execution there by Misfits, and they're chasing Humanoid down. One more auto for the concussive blows. Set gets a double in the top lane. Outplay so far for Misfits in this game. Now looking impeccable. Febby going in once again. Aroma's going to flash away, but Razork's here once again in time, and here comes the fight. Febby flashes away with the cleanse. Aroma retreating back underneath his turret. Dennick's here for the party. Long range onslaught. Now moonshot, sorry, from the Aphelios. The Q from the sniper. And Misfits still haven't used that Rift Tower Frost. They've taken Humanoid looking for the second turret of the game for Mad. Not going to be able to acquire it as of yet. He has been farming up in the side lane, has about a 15 CS lead now over Febby, but still hasn't got the Seraphs, only sitting on the Rod of Ages at 4 stacks, whereas Forbidden is at 2 completed items, not 4. You got a Trinity Force finished on Dandan. So actually 5 members strong here because Dandan's on his way.
Eyes on Razork and Febiven because they see Humanoids away. They want to start the fight.
The route. Kazi goes gold, and Kaiser's going to lock it up, but the turret's already gone. And Misfits can keep pushing in because Dandan, knocked away with the Dragon's Rage kick. This should be the inhib. Misfits secure it. First inhibitor of the game, 20 minutes in, and still Humanoid pushes in the bottom lane, all on his lonesome, all by himself. Kaiser jumping in, but a great stopwatch from Razork. There's the bullet time. Connects on 3, but Kaiser falls. Here we go. Cannon barrage coming out. Razork's actually gone quite low to this. Shadow trying to get in. Dennick trying to act as a bodyguard, but here we go! Oh, it's Febiven who secures it. Razork has to flash away. He's ticking down to the ignite. Dandan now with a massive haymaker. Long-range Moonlight Vigil from the side. The Showstopper. Dandan not able to get it, but B-Boy just ripping them apart. Shadow able to dodge around. He jumps back in. Shadow, what are you doing? Oh, Shadow, you madman! Couldn't quite get it. Febby able
also made it out, but died at the very beginning of that fight.
She did. You can see B-Boy topping the damage shots. 5,700 in that last fight. Razork just missed its push in bot.
We're in another situation though where Humanoid's trying to get back to his team as quickly as possible.
Not quick enough. He's still got the teleport. They're going to dive on Dandan. Showstopper coming out. Razork coming in with a Glacial Prison. And now the chase is on. The Fisher doesn't quite connect. Mad had been able to disengage Humanoid now here, but the inhibitor should be the target for Misfits as they push in. 6,000 gold ahead. 2 inhibs to none. They'll go towards mid. Mad, is this your final stand? Mad Lions looking for pride at least in this fight. But Misfits will just take the inhib and force Mad back once again.
They don't have a lot
Already
of...
buffing up the AD and AP. And now Denet's going to step forward, rooted up. Dan has the flank. Showstopper locks up one. Humanoid is right in the middle of the team taken out. And the bullet time really doesn't do too much. Right between the goalposts. Misfits now will get... Oh, a Belling assault. Long range, the moonlight vision. The chase, you can see the damage coming down already. Kaiser has to jump away, but he has already been killed. And now Mad Lions only have one inhibitor tower. Their Shadow kicks him away, gets one. The chase is on Arome. Shadow able to escape for the moment, but he will be taken down by Forbidden in the end. And now it's Kazi and Arome versus the world. And these Mad Lions really, well, their bark was worse than their bite. Misfits once again shuffle in. Forbidden's gonna fall, but the Nexus should be the target next. Misfits, for at least one game, are gonna claim first place by themselves in the LEC. And in all honesty, 7 games